And thank you, Coach. We are across the Hudson from Midtown Manhattan at MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford, New Jersey. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Tennessee Titans and the New York Giants. Three-quarters of the NFL season are complete. What lurks in our final month? We're underway in Week 14. That's fielded in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20.
It'll go as a loss of a yard on the game's first play. Second down.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game, so what do you do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, it's nothing but room to run.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
Check three.
Mariota hands to Henry. And he'll be upended after a gain of 5, up to the 25-yard line.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
This defense looking for an early stop. This is 3rd down and 6. Working out of the gun, Mariota. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The sack there by J.J. Watt. Well, let's see here, Charles. He was sacked 6 times last week. Now a first-quarter sack. What's going on in his mind?
Well, he's thinking to himself, 5 offensive linemen. I got sacked 6 times last week. Let's start thinking about keeping extra people in. Tight end stays in. If I have a fullback or the running back, they stay in and help me block. Maybe not as many receivers in a pattern. Anything to try and slow down that pass rush.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
54. I got you, pop. Check 4.
On the ground, this is Saquon Barkley. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. Now that sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to 2nd down.
2nd and 12 at the 35-yard line.
Set. 180. Mike 5-4. Run. Check 31. Check 31.
On 2nd and 12, Mayfield. And nearly an interception here on their opening drive. But instead, 3rd down.
Oh, man, that was close. The opportunity to change momentum, big play, right in his hands, unable to come down with it.
A sigh of relief, no doubt, on offense that fell harmlessly to the ground. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Hey, check Mike 46. Check Mike 46. Hey, Haywood. 46, boy, 46.
Working out of the gun, Mayfield. And Ingram holds it in. A gain of 26 on the 3rd down conversion.
6 yards.
It certainly feels like there are more stars at the tight end position than there were even 10 years ago. And I think it's become more of a glamour position because of the ways it can hurt a defense, and guys want to be involved. They can be in line, close to the line of scrimmage. They can split out like receivers. But hands, route running, speed, and some toughness to go across the middle, you put it all together, you got a heck of a tight end candidate.
First down, Mayfield. Gets this out to Saquon Barkley. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. That's back-to-back plays of over 20 yards.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time.
180! 54! Watch the run! Watch the run! Watch the run! Watch that! Watch that! Watch that!
A first down carry for Barkley. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. The big man, Jarrell Casey, in on the stop. If you start assessing what went wrong last week, Charles, in their loss, had nothing to do with the ground game. They ran it well.
And you also have to say to yourself as a team, don't go away from what worked. That's not the reason the game was lost. Running the football over time, when you do it consistently, usually translates into wins.
And they're hoping to do it consistently here.
Get that. Point it right. Point it right. Point it right. Kill, kill, kill. 80 weapon. Kill, kill, kill. Turn it up. Save, save, save. Watch the shit. Watch that.
On second down, here's Barkley. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. After a gain of 5, they'll wind up being about a length of the football short here on third down.
That's it, baby. Set. 180. Check, check. Watch 54. Hey, alert, 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 alert. Sponge, sponge, sponge. Watch that.
They'll try to run for it with Barkley. And he has the first down before he's tackled at the 5. Just a yard, but that's all they needed. And by the slimmest of margins, it'll be first and goal.
First and goal at the 5. 54, right? 54. Ain't no such thing as a loss. We taking wins home.
They'll try to throw here. Mayfield. His pass caught with the 4. And he will take it on in for a giant touchdown. A 5-yard touchdown as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Rosas good with the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And the last drive, their first drive, 3 and out. What changes here, if anything?
I think it's
blitz coming, and down he goes.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a second down and 17. Mariota. He finds Corey Davis. And they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for third down.
Well, as this game continues to evolve in the NFL, you know how much coaches love run after catch, but you know what they love even more? Completions.
Yeah, just holding on to the ball.
Catch it, cover it, tuck it away. Whatever you get after that is almost gravy. That's how a lot of these receivers are being taught now.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete.
I think the punter might start to get into a pretty good rhythm here if he keeps getting opportunities. But that's the last thing his team wants to have happen, right? The last thing you want to see is your punter feeling pretty good because he's out there all the time.
First quarter only, but they're 0 for 2 on third down conversions to start this thing. Can't ask for much more than that. A 50-yard punt followed by a loss on the return. And it'll be Giant football, 1st and 10. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And coming up on their second drive of the game, had the touchdown last time out. Now they have the football back. Chance to really seize early momentum.
Feels to me like they had a really excellent week of practice. It all came together, but I'll bet you it got galvanized in the locker room in pregame. Somehow I think the head coach, his oratorical skills were on point.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5 at the 22-yard line.
Now this will probably be the last play of the quarter. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. On second down now, Barkley. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up third down. Got an extra defensive back out there for the Titans now here for third down. From the gun, Mayfield. It's caught. Shepard. First down, Giants on a pickup of 14. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on third down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a first down.
On first down, Barkley takes this one across the 35 to the 36, a gain of about 4.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half, maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Mayfield looks to throw, and that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, third down.
That would have been a great catch, but it's real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to haul that one in.
The Giants on third down. A perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. This will be 3rd and 6.
I'm coming after you. Big Dan. Hurry. Kill.
He didn't seem in a rush. I guess they just didn't know where the play clock was.
I think you're right about that because there was no hurried movements there, right? No up-tempo at all. Clock just ran out. I think he was as surprised as maybe his bench was.
After the delay, they're backed up even further for 3rd and long. The Titans going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. The Giants on 3rd down. A perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. This is 3rd and 11.
24 is the mic. All right, T, let's go. All right, T.
Hey, seam 6. Seam 6. Alert, 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 alert. I got it.
From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. Open target here, Darius Slayton. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. First down for the Giants as they pick up 12.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 43-yard line.
A couple of first downs has the football positioned at the 43 as they come up 1st and 10.
Tighten up, tighten up, tighten up. Hey,
6-6, bullet high. I got it.
Mayfield down. And this is caught. I think he got that with one hand. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. First down, Giants on a pickup of 14.
Gotta love the catch. I think you gotta love the gloves as well.
Yeah, these one-handed catches, that was great. And they're fun. They're becoming a little more ho-hum, aren't they?
Yeah, they really are. And I know that it sounds like we're taking credit away from the guys, and we don't mean that at all. They really work hard on this one-handed catch thing, but I think the gloves have to be helping in a big way.
Mike, 53.
They'll run on first down. Barkley. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
Yeah, that was a safety that came through and made the play. But there's no doubt in my mind, he hits like a linebacker. And we see a lot of that in today's NFL, don't we?
And that time we do indeed. A big hit for a loss. Now a first carry for their fullback. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41.
Well, they didn't get a whole lot out of that one, but I think you got to continue to try and run and try and keep the defense honest.
You mean or else they'll just sit back, dare you to throw it on every down?
Yeah, you get your quarterback hit a lot that way, too.
8th play of the drive forthcoming, and they need 8 yards on 3rd down.
Shift.
Alert, 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 alert.
Shift.
Protein spill. Point it right, point it right, point it right. I got it.
Now Saquon Barkley. And they'll get him down at the 34, and he's going to be short of the first by a few yards. A good gain there on 3rd and 8 of 7 yards, and now a decision here on 4th and 1.
Now 4th down and 1.
Would have been a decently long field goal, 51 yards from here, but instead they're going to go for it. And they'll run for it with Barkley. And he's able to pick up the first down here before he goes down at the 26. They're able to keep the drive alive, 7 yards that time, and the decision to go for it proves to be a good one. 2 minutes on the clock, second quarter, 7-0 ball game. reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business.
Now Barkley stripped of the football. And that might be Titan football. It is. Often on fumbles, you look at the guy who coughed it up and say, geez, what did he do? But, hey, let's tip the cap to the defense here.
Not a problem at all, my man. I'm not even going to tip it. I'm going to doff my cap to him. Congratulations. Big-time play. Knocking it free and creating something good for your team.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. They've had it twice. They've punted twice. Not the start they were hoping for.
Not at all, and let's face it, every facility we visit, everyone talks about converting on third down, how big that is. In this situation, they've had to punt it away twice, so they're furiously going over things on the sidelines. What do we need to do to pick up a first down and change our momentum?
It's second and inches at the 35-yard line.
They still need about the length of the football here, maybe a little less as they come up on second and inches. Mariota gives to Henry, and he'll be brought down right around the 37. 2 yards, good enough for a first. Earlier this half, you were wondering how the defense was going to handle him defensively. Were they going to bottle him up at different levels, so to speak, is what you said. What have you seen so far?
Well, I think they've been absolutely terrific because it feels like on every play. If we were watching this in the film room, when they clip
into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 18. Oh, and now he bowls him over. And he'll bring this one back to the 29.
Oh, and that's a nice job defensively to get a piece of the football. He's going to pop it into the air, and then it's the tip drill. And good concentration by him to react to it and pull in the interception.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. You're under a minute to go here in the half. Field position not really in your favor, but still time to try and move the ball and get in field goal range. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked by Kevin Byard. And he's going to score. It's a Titans touchdown. So a pick six there out of the nickel package. They went with 5 DBs.
Almost becoming the base package in the NFL is the nickel. Hard to throw against. That was demonstrated one more time. A pick six going the other way.
Extra point splits the uprights. And that is going to tie our game as we approach halftime. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And we're under a minute to go here in what's been an even first half all tied up.
Yeah, still time to make something happen, too. A couple completions, you string them together, could get into field goal range. Let's see what happens.
The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts, as it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number 1. From up near the 40 now after the big play to start. Here's another 1st and 10.
Go, go.
Check, check. Watch 54. Watch 54. Crunch time, defense.
Now Mayfield. That's complete. He's got Barkley out of the backfield. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. Now the Giants will use the second of their 3 timeouts as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the first half of play. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
Hey, tight. Point it right, point it right, point it right.
Mike 5-4.
Bravo.
Mike 5-4. Come on, baby. Come on, let's go. Mike 54. Mike 54.
Mayfield to throw it. Looking for his receiver, Sharp, and it's intercepted. Picked up by the USC man, Adoree Jackson. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
Well, partner, I do know this. If you're a defensive back, you have more chances to make a team now than ever because people are using 5 defensive backs, 6 defensive back packages. Not exclusively, but way more than before. That was a nickel package there, and what a pickoff.
Why is that? Why are they using that more?
Because more people are throwing the ball on earlier downs than ever before. This has become a passing league, and because of that, more defensive backs on the field on most plays.
This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. Time here for likely a couple plays if they want it, but with the field position what it is, maybe better suited to just sit on this one?
I'm with you totally. I would sit on it and get into the locker room and start over. But if they do decide to try and make a play, we know what the basics are. You run draw, you run screen. I would maybe run a little swing pass and try and get my lineman out in space and see if they can chop a hole into the secondary and see if he can run a little bit.
So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. To throw, Mayfield. He's got a man. It's Corey Coleman. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. It'll be spotted on the right hash, a 52-yard attempt. And he's going to miss this one. That is no good. Well outside the left upright. So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. That'll be taken in the end zone. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
Here we go.
Here's Mayfield. Catch made by Slayton. A gain there of 21 yards.
It's a gain of 21 yards. That's good for a Giants first down.
Mayfield now 12 of 16 thus far. It's 1st and 10.
Hurry!
Jim.
On the draw, this is Barkley. So a nice job to break the 1 tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
Let's go. Hey, switch gears.
Again, it's Barkley. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
And that's the big fella's MO right there. Running through tackles, keeping the sticks moving forward. This defense, if you don't bring 11 guys to the ball to try and get him on the ground, he's going to keep making runs like that. I feel the press box shaking every time he touches the rock.
So a solid run by Saquon Barkley and another 1st and 10 here.
Still playing soccer. Y'all playing the wrong football. Out.
Now a handoff here to his running back. He'll get about 4 here, down to the 43-yard line.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on second down.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
He's scared. Slam. Pistol.
The toss out to Barkley. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. And he is going to get this close to the first down markers. He's brought down at the Titans' 38.
Brings up 3rd and 1.
This is 3rd and 1. Very likely 4-down territory, even if they don't get it, though.
Big time drive. Let's go.
And they'll let their fullback try and push the pile. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. They'll be marked inches short. No gain on the play. And that's going to lead them to 4th down. They missed a field goal earlier, so possibly as a result, that's why they're going to try to go for it here on 4th down. They'll run with Barkley. Room here to run. There he goes, right side. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Saquon Barkley. Touchdown number 15 of the year. As they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. PAT up and good by Rosas. And we are tied at 14. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. First half showed us some pretty good offense. Tie game, we'll see what the second half brings.
And it'll be interesting because I think both sides feel pretty good about what their offenses are doing. Got to wonder what adjustments are being made defensively to try and get a spark and maybe slow down the other side.
But here, do you change up anything on this opening drive?
Not offensively, you don't. You got everything going your way. You've probably prepared for maybe some change-ups you might expect, but overall, you like what your game plan's showing you.
2nd and 6, just inside the 30. They'll run it again with Henry. 3 yards is half of what they needed. Now can they get the other 3 here on 3rd down?
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
And 5 in the secondary now for the Giants on 3rd down. To throw Mariota. And he's got a man, Corey Davis. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 39.
You know I'm going to lean towards the defender, right? You know I'm going to do that.
I know.
That's a tough situation for him as I see it. But the truth of the matter is, that ball was not streaking towards him. Had a little arc on it. He's got to find a way to get his head around to make a play on the football.
A first down carry for Henry. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be second down.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the third quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
Looking to throw on second down. Mariota, he's got his man Sharp, complete. They'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for third down. That time they hit him out of the slot on the drag.
And that route takes some fortitude from the guy running it because he knows he's going through the briar patch, as I like to call it, right? He's trying to work his way through all that traffic and people wanting to put a little contact on him. Really well done.
Came up a little short on the last pass play. They did get 9 yards out of it, leaving him with his 3rd and 1.
Check 50, check 50. He's coming, double up, double up. He's coming, double up.
They'll try to run for the first with Henry. And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this third quarter. Welcome back now here in East Rutherford. All square, 14 apiece to score as we get ready for the fourth quarter. Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch.
Check. Check, hot. Tight dog.
They keep it with Henry on first down. And a good gain here of 9 from the 19 down to the 10.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the fourth quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down fourth quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. 10th carry now for Derrick Henry. And here he'll get it down to the 7. It's a 3-yard pickup, and that sets up a 1st and goal. He's hit pay dirt a lot this year, but not that time.
Yeah, I'm tracking right there with you. You're exactly right. He's found the end zone plenty of times. No way I can find any fault with the call. He may not have scored there, but of course you're going to give it to him.
They'll try and run for it with Henry. And he stopped immediately there. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat? And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off inside the 10. He's at the 50. He's at the 30. The 20. And he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 and a Giants touchdown. In a tie game fourth quarter, that's about as big of a defensive play as you can possibly make.
And it didn't happen by accident. That was scouting right there. They've seen things that have happened before. They knew in certain situations type of plays they like to run, read it, and were able to go after the football, get it, and take it into the end zone for a touchdown for themselves.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And last time, decent field position through the pick 6. Obviously costly.
But they can't afford to just bunker in now. All right? Good field position means go ahead and attack on offense. Try and press the advantage a little bit. They just have to be better with the football on this possession.
So the last one didn't bother you too much last time?
No, because it's exactly what you're supposed to do. You can't have good field position, not try to take advantage of it. Sometimes the defense makes a good play, too.
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31.
Check, 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 check.
A shotgun handoff to Henry. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
Again, it's Henry. Now Henry fighting for the marker, but I don't think he got there. He did not. No gain there on the play, and that's going to leave him with a 4th down. The Titans go. It's Mariota. Open man is Taylor. He's got it. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 1st down, Titans, gain of 12. Felt compelled to go for it there on 4th down, trailing in the 4th quarter. They got it done.
And there's always a lot of pressure on a 4th down call. Doesn't matter the distance. You still have to get it done, as you noted, and they did.
The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. A carry here for Holyfield. That's a 1st down pickup for Tennessee on a gain of 10.
We'll definitely see some open running lanes, and he's taking advantage of it right now, but that shouldn't be a surprise. Defense has the lead.
So the drive takes him into Giants territory now, 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. Now Holyfield. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
Check, check.
On 2nd down, here's Henry. He's got the 1st down here inside the 30. Derrick Henry all alone. Touchdown, Titans. Derrick Henry with touchdown number 12 on the year. As they can now even this game here in the 4th quarter with the extra point. Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And, partner, we've got a tie game here in the 4th. A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21 all the score as the kick's away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And it's a unit last drive that did it all on the ground, Charles.
And they controlled it from the interior. Big on big, right? Offensive lineman versus defensive lineman. But you know, in order to keep the football moving downfield, other people have to get involved as well. Your wide receivers, your tight ends, lead runners, anything that you have possible to get in front and keep the ball moving.
And now the defense may be looking out for a pass coming up.
At the 27-yard line.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. They'll go to Barkley again. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. So it's Giants football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over.
Hey, high 7.
Mike, 46. Let's go, defense. Let's go.
On 3rd down, Mayfield. And that will be incomplete. 4th down now, and defensively, Charles, you know, they're just asking this crew for one more stop.
And you know that they're feeling the momentum right now. but they have to be very careful not to get over-exuberant, over-excited, and blow an assignment and give up the big first down.
He punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. And good hustle here as this is going to be blown dead right at the 9-yard line.
Absolutely love the flexibility of these punters. Their leg drive, able to get it way up in the air, and that allows their punt team to get down there and down it inside the 10 because they've had some time.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. The last possession, these guys were able to tie the game with a touchdown, and now they'll have a chance to move out in front.
Yeah, let's give a big assist to the defense who got the ball back. The special teams went out there, handled things. They've got it. They've got momentum. I know they're eager to get out there and put it on display.
Give them a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
But they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
Who are you? Gotta do better. Come on, QB, come on. Check it out.
Henry will get it. He's been busy today. And he'll get this one up to about his 14. Give him 3 on the run there. Now they're looking at a 3rd and about 5.
Well, that sets up a big 3rd down. Now the decision has to be, do you run it here and play for OT, or do you go ahead and press it downfield?
Five in the secondary now for the Giants here on 3rd. Mariota on the delay to Henry. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game. On now is the Titans punter, standing right on his own 5-yard line. He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. Look at the spin. Balance. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. They have gone to the 4th quarter, by the way, in that game in Cleveland. And the Browns, they've extended their lead in that ball game. Another victory perhaps in the cards. They're looking as good as anybody as the playoffs draw near. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They need to get this around the 40 on the other side to get into field goal range. Look at the clock, a decent amount of time here in the tie game. What do?
No panic situation at all. They've got to get a couple of chunk plays, pick up nice bits of yardage.
Target the sideline?
Target the sidelines because you want to get out of bounds and make sure that clock stops. Because if the clock stays running, that makes things that much tougher for you. It can always bleed out on you.
Switch it, switch it, switch it. Come on, switch it.
Regular. Hey, Alpha.
Mike 5-4, Mike 5-4.
I got it.
Mayfield to throw. Completes it to Coleman. 22 yards there, a 1st down. And he just clocked it. But the clock wasn't even moving. Well, that's one you don't see very often, a wasted down.
Hey, 180!
Mike 54.
Alert! Run.
54.
Hey, exit.
54, Mike. Blue down.
Cut.
Now Mayfield. That's complete to Slayton. Now the Giants will use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts as they get it with 16 seconds remaining on the clock. And the line to gain here is the 37 on 3rd down.
Let's go. Pick it up, D. Hey, check Mike 46, boy, 46. 46 to Mike.
Here's Mayfield. He'll complete this to Ingram as tight end. 2 yards is all they'll get on the completion. It's 4th down. So the field goal unit is on the field as this is a big spot right here. The Titans going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 13 seconds left to play. So a big one coming now for Aldrick Rosas. The Giants going to burn their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with 13 seconds left to play. So here we go. Maybe the biggest kick of the game forthcoming. This to almost certainly win the football game. And I don't think this has the carry. It does not. It's no good. And a costly one there as this game remains tied here in the 4th. So it was a golden chance to go ahead here in the final moments, but he misses for a second time in this game.
Brandon, either one of those go, and they might be on their way to a victory. Instead, they're going to have to hold on here defensively just to force overtime.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. They can still get into field goal range, partner. They got to work quickly, though.
I agree with you totally. Find a way to get the ball downfield and out of bounds. In a perfect world, they know what hash they want to get to for their kicker.
And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off at the 39. And he's able to get it back here to the 43-yard line. And right now it all rests on the right foot of Aldrick Rosas. And now we'll get a timeout here. They're able to stop it with 1 second to go in this game. And right now it all rests on the right foot of Aldrick Rosas. This from long, very long range. And we need overtime to decide this one after 4 quarters of play. We're all even. The extra session in a moment. This is the NFL on EA Sports. It's a little teaching moment here. Overtime rules. Remind us how this goes, partner.
Okay, so in the past, we had sudden death. First team to score wins, but no longer. Now, if the team receives the ball, scores a touchdown, they win the game. If they kick a field goal, though, or don't score, the other team gets a possession. And after both teams get a possession, then we're into sudden death. First team to score wins the game.
So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. They're set for their first drive here in overtime, and this is where the crowd can really become a factor.
They've had to battle it all day, but I know what you're saying. In overtime, that gets doubled, doesn't it? At least, because now the crowd really wants to be involved and help their team, and that first drive can dictate the whole thing because they know if this team takes it downfield and scores a touchdown, it's game over.
It's been loud in here so far. And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. After the penalty, it's Henry. He'll get about 3 as he's brought down right around the 42. Short gain there to start overtime.
Almost a tester play, wasn't it? Wanted to see if the guys on defense were going to fit the gaps the correct way because we're in overtime. So it's not just physical tiredness out there, right? Mentally, are you still doing what you're supposed to do? And they were up to the task on that play.
And certainly fatigue on both sides of the football. And not much there at all. Maybe a yard up to the 43. A 1-yard gain there following the 3-yard pickup on first down.
Well, they had that one sniffed out. Excellent run blitz. Stop that one for a short gain.
What makes a good run blitz a good run blitz?
The ability to stay on task, to follow up your assignment, go to the gap you're supposed to cover, and not be deterred by anything else.
And this one complete to Smith. His first catch, and it's a big one in overtime. It's a first down. Charles, you get into these overtime situations, that's not a bad guy to dial into.
Well, when you have to have plays, especially in a spot as you just described, we're in OT, you've got to go to the guys you can trust and you know are going to make the plays. Well, they say it's not the X's and the O's, it's the Jimmys and the Joes.
They run on first down as they're able to get this forward for about 4. So some holding over on the left side of that O-line.
And I know for the guys trying to move those big defensive people, they'd love for them to stay in one spot, but they move around so quick and so fast that sometimes you just have to grab them.
Blue one. You better be afraid of me. You better be afraid of me.
Mariota hands to Henry. 2 yards on the pickup. It'll be second down.
Well, obviously, they would have at least liked to have gotten back to the original line of scrimmage. Instead, now, they're dealing with second and long.
I thought they would have passed it after the penalty. Probably wish they would have now. Now on second and 16. Mariota uncorks one for Davis. And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. A huge play there in overtime. 49 yards.
But we spent a lot of time exalting the offensive masterminds in this game, right? They draw up these beautiful plays. They look so perfect up on the board. But occasionally, sometimes you just say, throw it up and let him go get it. How about that play?
And he is in for the score. And it is absolute stunned silence here.